The audio will be loud because we are... I had to bump up the audio for the cutscene, but we are back! Hello, everybody! Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. We will be playing through the New Game Plus mode, as I have entirely completed the MSQ. Sound good? Hell yeah, awesome. It's very loud in my end. So a bit of housekeeping before we get into it.
It's about equal on the stream.
Weird. Yeah, it's really loud for me. But I could always just turn on my master volume if I need to. But you'll be quiet, so just shrug. So a little bit of housekeeping.
You can always boot me out if you need to.
Yeah, I don't want to. I like you.
I love you.
Yeah, people are saying the music is louder than me, so there you go. All right. Well,
sounds equal on my end.
I'm gonna turn it down on the. I'm gonna turn down on the OBS settings real fast so we go through some of the rules here. So as you all know, this game is a multi expansion game. This is an MMORPG, but it's more of an RPG MMO. Final Fantasy XIV is, I think, in your opinion, like the healthiest it's been in, right?
It is in the best state it's ever been in, both quality of life and just new player experience.
Yeah. So big housekeeping rule here, as I'm sure I've made it abundantly clear. There is a zero spoiler tolerance here. So I have played the game. I have done a lot of the side content. I know a lot of the story. However, because people are here for the first time ever, we are treating this like a spoiler-free thing. There is zero tolerance for this. This means no tongue-in-cheek things, no, we're at this scene, anything like that. So we have a zero tolerance for it. I have a lot of mods here. You're gonna get one mute, and if you keep doing it, it's a ban. I don't like to be banned like crazy, but this is one that I do not want to have spoiled at all for anybody who's new and is experiencing this for the first time. So, yeah. You can be excited, but be vague. Exactly. That's exactly it. So, more or less, just try. If you know about what happens, don't say anything, you know, keep to what's relevant and what's currently happening, basically, if you can.
I think the best way to put it is, if you've played this game before, no, you have not.
No, you have not, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty apt. Alrighty, well, with that, I'm excited to get into this. As you can see, we have a fantastic overlay done by Boo Radley, and then the additional art was done by, I'd have to look up their name, but the additional art is done by somebody else. I'll actually look it up on my phone, because I have them in my DMs, and I want to credit them. Because they also did our lovely Bit Cup as well, which is so cute. You can thank Gentle Bro for the idea. Where are you? Ah, their name was Jin. I'm checking their feed. They are called Jin Cold. They're at Penguin Arashi. They're a friend of Miss Tweetum's, actually. And they did my Discord reactive image that you see on the right here, as well as my lovely little Spriggan friend. So, yeah. Alrighty, we're going to let this thing roll out. And the moment that the cutscene comes in, I'm going to shut my mouth so you guys chat, you guys can watch it, and we'll get into, we're gonna get into it. Oh, here we go. Chills. Oh my god. So for those of you who don't know, as we log in here, the opening cinematic with Bahamut escaping the dragon. Also, I'm gonna turn on my volume now that I can, because oh my god, it's so loud. That was the ending of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. So the history of this game, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that I know everything. Styx is actually a better person to ask. Ruckdog, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 43 months. Thank you so much. Final Fantasy XIV did not do well, and as such, essentially, if you can correct me on this, but essentially there was like a in the original game, they basically tasked the players with completing something, and if they failed, it meant that all of 1.0 would be completely redone, essentially, if they failed this like quest or something. Because 1.0 was very bad. It had a lot of problems. And
they were planning to remake the game anyway. But the quest they gave players to make or break was just how much would change. Like with the world, the setting itself.
So with 1.0,
from what I hear, they failed.
They did. They failed. They didn't succeed. It would have changed that cutscene. Yeah. So they failed. And the giant red moon that the dragon was inside actually fell. And in the overworld, you could see it, and all the music in the game converted to Answers, which is the song that plays. And
over
literally,
the course of multiple patches,
yeah,
you would see the red moon get larger and larger as it slowly descended upon Eorzea. And once it broke through the cloud line, that's when you started getting Answers reprise.
Yeah. So, yeah, it basically... We had to try to stop the Meteor Project, and we failed, is what Six says, yeah. So basically, what that cutscene we just watched, up to the point where the old man, Louis Soir, died, that ended 1.0. That was the last cutscene that every player of 1.0 saw before their game was shut down forever. So, yeah. It is the coolest way a game was remade, I think. Yeah, Great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah. Well, their monsters were spawning inside of cities and stuff. Like, it was chaos. Like, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, was the ending of 1.0. You can find videos of it, and it's actually, like, it's cool, but also incredibly sad.
There was an anniversary event a while back that allowed you to replay that in the modern game. They had the remembrance of the calamity. You got to stand in Ul'dah and defend it against the hordes of monsters.
Yeah. It was nuts. It's absolutely insane. Can I ask what the war was? Well, we're going to learn more about the war, I think, as we play through. But currently, Eorzea is in a conflict with the Garlean Empire, who are sort of a Roman Empire-styled entity that are trying to take over the quote-unquote savage lands that need governing, more or less.
If you'd like to know more, Monty, there is another cutscene on the title screen. The opening movie that has Louis Swan narrating.
There is. That one is really quiet, though, and I couldn't play it, unfortunately. So I had unfortunate technical problems with that one. But we are here. Now, the starting of this is going to be weird because we are playing on New Game Plus. I'm actually going to watch some cutscenes first. I think, right? I have to watch a cutscene first?
Yes, specifically Ul'dah side quests.
I should have logged out in the in-room. Oops.
You should have, yes.
Oopsie. Well, my bad. We're going to run to the in-room, we're going to watch that, and then we're going to continue on our way. Apologies, it's kind of an awkward start, but it's just because we're doing New Game Plus. It's just better. Also, I'm on a very populated server, so I'm just going to look down as we run through here, as to not spoil anything. And also because there's going to be a lot of people loading in.
The game's running buttery smooth on
It is, yeah, it looks real good. Alright, Innkeeper. Let me in, please. Thank you. Alright. Let's get to it. It is Ul'dah, right?
Yep, Ul'dah side quests.
Ul'dah side quests. Where is that?
Little drop-down menu. It's going to be specifically the side quest selection.
Oh, right there. Coming to Ul'dah. Alright, let's play it. Why is my hat on? I took my hat off.
Because you didn't unequip it, and it shows everything in this cutscene.
Damn. Heidelin wants to see all I got, huh?
Here.
I mean, it's a cute hat.
Here. Feel.
Uh-oh.
Here. Feel. Think.
My hat is different now. That man stole my hat.
Lost to the darkness.
We're gonna have it in the next scene.
Probably.
I'm gonna take it off. If it's on the next scene, I'm taking it off, man. Fuck. Oh, good, it's gone.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
You're alright, lass. You were mourning something fierce a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. You there! Halt! What's this about? Inspection! Men, search the carriage! I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you find nothing, huh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. I love the brass blades. They're so friendly and inviting and jovial and not corrupted.
Consummate professionals.
Oh yeah, totally professional. Sir, look, Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? So when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Ah! Amalja! Amalja! To arms! To arms! Seven hells. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you! That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. Be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. I think the gods are sending some beastmen to their rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as though we all got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? The youngins don't much care for conversation, see? I see the anime children aren't interested in talking.
Like their hair.
Brendit's the name, and peddlin's my trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'd wager you're one of them new adventurers. Nod. The first of many nods! I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call a living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, ellipses.
How are you feeling? Why did Patience choose to become an adventurer?
Amass fortune. She's broke as fuck.
Well, there you go.
Oh, money. That's how it starts, though. It starts off with, I have to do this because I gotta survive. Fortune, eh? Then I reckon you'll fit in right where we're going. Once you learn to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering guild tickles your fancy. What do you take me for, Sammy Thigh Master? No.
See, the fun thing about that multiple choice is, when you're first starting the game, that will dictate what ring he gives you. So you can start off with a little boon for crafting and gathering, a little boon for fighting, or just general defense.
Gotcha, that's cool. And there's plenty to choose from too, whether it be weaving, alchemy, goldsmithing, or mining that interests you. Ul'dah's got a place where you can learn your trade. Adventuring ain't about killing things after all. A peaceful pastime may well help make your fortune. Yeah, you could be like level 1 Eevee who just fishes forever and doesn't play the game. I'm calling you out, Eevee. You fish way too much. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit from being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? No. Canonically, this would not be Patience's first trip to Ul'dah. But of course it ain't. Still might be as journey. English is a hard language to speak. But of course it ain't. Still might be as this journey in turn has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Ahem. Alright, get ready to learn, chat. You're gonna learn about Ul'dah. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but most folk know the Syndicate holds real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists ain't nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Almalja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need breeding and profit, and though it shames me to say, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folks turn sand into gold. Here we go.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, Hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Ul'dah maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
Oh yeah, we're getting ARR voice acting.
One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, and it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though, but hey, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
It is great going back to these old cutscenes. It just hits different now.
Mm-hmm. Because you know too much.
I know too much, yeah. That's why re-exploring this is, like, really, really neat.
You might even notice things you never saw before.
I am already. I'm like, oh man, oh lordy. Big fear of hearing the old English voice actors. For context, ARR has voice actors, American voice acting, and then in the Heavensward and onwards, they recasted with English, like, European English voice actors.
Yep.
And I don't want to be mean, but first of all, this game is really old, and second of all, the English American performances aren't great.
They had all-star voice actors cast, but the voice direction was non-existent.
It was non-existent, yeah. So, oi, adventurer, over here. Hey, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? How could I tell? Name's Wymond, and my business is knowing oh my god. My name's Wymond, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge, even. Just this once, like. And this is where my game booted up, and I realized my giant monitor made all my buttons tiny, and I had to fix everything. Ah, memories. Alright, last cutscene. This is my mom. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it pleases you. I'm very sorry. We were on Balmung. This establishment is much different than I think you want it to be, Momodi.
She's your mom. Wouldn't it be Momodi?
Momodi. I mean, it is. It's got mom in the name. Mom.
Exactly.
Momodi. Yeah, there you go. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is, without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. I'm what they call an incident waiting to happen. Like our conflict with the Al-Malja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of the eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them, 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. No one does. So everybody's memory of Dalamud falling is all weird and foggy. They don't actually have a full, clear memory of it. Yeah, she's in her 40s. Yeah, dude, Lalafell are, like, small, but they're, like, old. They're like gnomes. They're, like, they look, like, short, but they're, like, old. And also, I think one of them canonically, like, has the most sex as well. It's crazy.
Yep. He has satisfied many ladies in his 40-odd summers.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us in the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. That's the interesting thing is, like, if you actually played 1.0 and you start up the game with the legacy content, if you are a 1.0 player, your introduction is entirely different, right?
The entirety of the 1 through 50 base A Realm Reborn content is ever so slightly different.
Because people recognize you as being one of the heroes at the Fall of Dalamud.
Over time, they start to, because if you were one of the original 1.0 players, Momodi just said, they forgot about you. They don't know your face, they don't know your name.
Yeah.
They're silhouettes against a blinding sun. But as you go through the quests and the story, they slowly start to remember you. And the very first is an NPC we'll meet later.
Yeah. But even if we can't remember them, we're not letting them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild.
Can you promise that?
I'm what they call an incident. All right then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Oh, Momodi, you do not have to worry about business at the quicksand. It is booming. Any road. Let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Patient Sari are you? Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. All right, Miss Sari are you? On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you are given a 4th chance to offend. You two attend to the scum. Oh, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, all right? Okay, so she's not my mom. Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady's muse on the many manhoods of her acquaintances from time to time. Okay, maybe this is why the quicksand is the way that it is in Balmont.
She has a similar line from me.
Does she? Amazing. Any road? Welcome to Ul'dah, patience. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Alright. Well, first things first, I need to change my thing so my cutscenes aren't skipped. So how do I do that? I need to do that real fast.
Hit K.
It's under K. There it is.
You should see it immediately.
Boop. Apply. Alright. Well, we're loose. Now we have to set up New Game Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this one, right?
Correct. Import 1.
Alright, let's go. Oh my god. Alright.
You are officially back in 2.0.
This feels so weird. I feel so young and— oh my god! Naked people, run! Which, actually, I need to talk to them right now. Alright. Well, youngling, how are you finding out fine Ul'dah then? There's a lot of naked people! Momodi, this is a concerning amount of naked people. Yeah, I'm on Balmong, by the way, which is a notorious RP server. This is also why I have a chat cover right here. Well, youngling, how are you finding— alright. If so, mayhap it's time you venture beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to. And he, you, name of Papashan. You'll find him over— I know that was you, Arkolf.
Nope, not me.
Was that not me? Was that not you?
Legitimately not me.
What the fuck? Alrighty. Name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The Dispatch Yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door, across the hall, and you'll see the Gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it ere before long. So my chat box is not in cutscenes. It sits perfectly, but in cutscenes are lowered down, so I can't, like, can't read it. It's a little annoying.
You should be able to drag it up even in cutscenes.
Oh, really? I should try and fix that. There's dangers beyond the wall, though, more than I care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack you if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. It's okay, I'm literally level 90. I think I'll be okay. Alright, let's move.
And I wouldn't strike you while your camera's locked. I'd make certain you could turn around to see me before I ran off.
Of course. Alright. Let's head out. And here we— dude, it feels so weird. It's so real. Oh, right. I need to put myself on busy mode. Can you— oh my god.
/busy.
Dude, guys, it's Ganondorf Gerudo, man! Oh my god! I love your new game! There he is, Ganondorf Gerudo, man. Amazing. Sorry. How do I change my thing?
/busy in the chat.
Oh, /busy, okay. Perfect. Is this where I need to go? It is. Hold on, I'm just gonna do something really fast here. There's a flying dog in the air. Hello! There you go, it's like an angel's kiss. Oh man, my old stomping grounds.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's so crazy to be back. Alright, how you doing, Papashan? What?
Yeah, someone in the shout chat said, God, I wish Midlanders were real.
I'm right here! There are dozens of us! Dozens! God damn it. The joke is that Midlander heroes don't exist, because no one plays as them. God damn it. Yeah, I have in my shout chat, want to buy Midlander spouse. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I am Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now, true Uldahs work together, doing all in their power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see it today. The railways, which run through this dispatch yard too, were born of a noble effort of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend, in fact. Oh, I butchered that one. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I have some work suited to one of your ability. Okay. Also, I hope I'm not missing any bits and subs. I'm just gonna check real fast. I'm pretty sure...
I have not seen any.
I have not seen any. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, because I do not have notifications on. Just, you know, for the sake of ease. But, yeah. There is a ninja behind me. Helen is here. It's ready to fucking execute someone on this. Oh, she's linking back. She's going into the darkness. Alright, station map. I love Papashan. I legitimately like Papashan.
I hear he makes good pizza.
It's okay.
That's an ancient joke, Monty.
That is an ancient joke. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a bunch of sentries have been sent to guard the area, a dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on your mind and body out there. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps me when I... Jesus Christ! I find comfort food always helps me when I feel like killing myself. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, how would you like to stand out in the hot sun of a desert in full armor?
Yeah, I'd probably want to kill someone. Whoop. Hello? Moshi Mosh? Oh, he's up there. Alright, let's get on my chocobo Goliath. This is my chocobo, everybody. This is a permanent fixture to the stream, by the way. Goliath is going to be with us the whole way through. Like, this is my boy right here. Yes, I named him Goliath. You want to know why I named him Goliath? The obvious reason. But I was looking at names for birds, like badass names for birds. And one of the names for, like, a hawk was Goliath. And I was like, no, that's too perfect. I have to, like, do this now. And yes, he is gray. I did make him gray. Speaking of big and buff. Hello. Halt, madam. I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your heads. Here you go. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papashan? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new pose has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Yeah, I feel kind of weird giving desert, like, soldiers pretzels because they make you thirsty.
Might be made differently.
Maybe.
They're apparently soft pretzels.
Hello. Western front clear, eastern front clear. Pretzel front is not clear. Turbulent pretzels incoming. For me, from Papashan, a twilight pretzel, my favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting.
People are saying salt is good for when you're sweating a lot.
Oh, that is true. It does restore your electrolytes. pretzel is yummy. That is fair. These are good arguments, actually. Hello. 12 save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. Have a pretzel. A twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. Dude, Doros would agree. Doros fucking love pretzels. One of my favorite things about, like, Unexpectables, especially with Doros, is that Doros was, like, the most, like, very nice guy, but he's, like, the most bland person in terms of preference.
The fun part is I could have Doros interject at any point.
I know, you have a soundboard for Doros.
And I'm also just him.
Hello, Papashan. Ah, you've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh. Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then. And stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Thank you. Patience, I have, just at this moment... No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet the Sultan Sworn. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So I can move this, right?
You
This
should be
text
able to
box?
click and drag it.
Nope.
Weird. Let me see if I can find out how.
Yeah, let's figure this out just so that way chat can see the thing. Right click? Nope. God damn it, I skipped dialogue. Shit. I accidentally skipped dialogue in the game. There's a way I can fix this though, actually. Hold on. We're gonna wait until we can fix the text box and then I'll read off what we missed. We gotta restart the whole playthrough now. Who's your character, Monty? My character, her name is Patience Seriaru. She's a Midlander. Here. Maybe in my settings? Maybe. I don't know. I think Arkolf is doing research real fast.
There does not seem to be a way.
Oh no, that's okay. We'll figure it out. 100 bits from Protoss 103. Doros, I'm sorry, pretzels are now banned in the city. No! There would be a riot. He's captain of the guard. He wouldn't let that happen. Alright. Alright, here it comes. Patience, I have just this moment. No, now is not the time for concealment. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. Hence, should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. This cannot happen, Patience. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Nod. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanaland is vast and there's only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. Lilira? Lilira.
Lilira.
Lilira. Oh, that's cute. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultanry. Good luck. Nart Hodo. Understood. Ah! Oh my god, there's a man here. Xeon Nox. I'm surrounded by dragons. Oh, and a Rogadin lady. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go. Is that Sammy Thighmaster? No, it can't be. She's only a myth. She's not real. Oh yeah, this area is really cool because there's like people who do like roleplay fighting here. Like there's a whole group of role players who do like fighting and stuff out here. It's really cool. They like roll dice and stuff to determine stuff. Also, I just realized that we lost my son. There he is. There's Goliath. Hi, Goliath. This is my boy, and this is my husband. I found you. Oh, Sultan Tree. Alright. We'll just do normal. We don't need to. I have nothing to prove. You ready for some of that crispy ARR voice acting?
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
I'm right here! I'm literally standing right here, woman! Calm down! Ah! An anime boy!
As you command, O Lilira.
You guys may recognize Frankie's losing his mind. Here we go, the molto bene ARR English voice acting. This is Taliesin Jaffe, by the way. He's not credited as such, but it's Taliesin Jaffe. We're gonna get some other Critical Role friends, I think, as we play this game.
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papashan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge.
To give Taliesin Jaffe some, like, props, pretty good performance, legitimately. Like, Talison's very good.
Especially with no vocal direction for any of this.
With very little vocal direction, yeah, he's doing pretty good.
You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person.
Uh-oh. Demon!
Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Alright, let's do it. First fight. Oh, baby abilities. Let's go.
It is nice the game scales you down for this.
Yeah, the instance fights will be scaled down.
I think you just came in here and one-shot him. How anticlimactic that would be.
That'd be pretty garbage. Also, I love that it's handsome stranger. I prefer the term pretty anime boy, but, you know. Yeah, throw rocks! Get rocked, nerd! Listen, nothing is immune to having a rock thrown at it. I don't care what it is. You give me an example of anything that can't be hurt by a rock.
A ghost.
No, salt is a rock. You can throw salt on a ghost. They are not immune to rock.
The sun.
The sun is a rock.
It's more plasma. There's nothing solid. in the
Paper
sun.
is immune to rock. Damn it, they got me there. The sun is plasma? How do you know? Or do you have proof that the sun is plasma?
If the sun had anything solid in it, it would be at a stage of its life where we would not exist anymore.
Got babies coming in. Take some of my rocks, babies. What is not scissor but a very hard rock? Exactly! Metal is a rock! We did it! Nice. The Rock saved everything. The Rock is amazing. Dwayne The Rock Jockson?
Wow.
Dwayne The Rock Rockson. Oh my god, it's a fucking rock, you guys. Holy shit. Rocks.
Not any rock. That's rock candy.
I'm gonna put it in my mouth. It's all connected. I'm going to the rock dimension.
Hear, feel, think.
Live, laugh, love.
Crystal bearer.
I prefer the term rock bearer, but thank you.
I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Rocks are just the answer, guys. Lick the crystal. It does look like it would taste very good. That's a big rock!
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
That's a mom rock.
Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Nelson, those are endangered. Rogan, and those are even more endangered. Just joking.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Coming around now.
Just saying, a lot of people do not play Ellison. Female Ellison, specifically. Because they're weak and they won't survive the winter. Dude, I passed out. I had a rock experience.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream? No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
Yeah! Fuck him up, Lilira! Look at that sassy strut. She ain't having shit.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
I'm glad you made it out of that near rock experience.
Thank you. I know, it was so close. I was barely holding on. Man, it is so wild going through this with a chocobo. Also, yes, mom rock jokes are fine. She does call me her child. Here we go. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. I wish I could move this dam. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured or worse. Why, her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papashan, you and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough, Patience. I understand that you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Hey, I picked up a rock and passed out. Oh yeah, and also, there was a hot anime man there. I love the fact that I describe him as sarcastic. That's just very on point. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his day investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Patience, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. Thank you, Father Sean. I mean Papa Sean. I mean Dad Sean. I mean fuck.
I think what you mean to say is...
No, don't you do it. Don't you. I'm pulling out a gun. I'm pulling out a gun. How are you doing? What are we doing, man? I need to deliver something to the coffer and coffin. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin. Blah, 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 words. A particular popular piece of produce. Fuck you! Fuck you! For this purpose, I
don't like alliteration.
Fuck off. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigious plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Whew.
I like this, Lalafell.
Oh my god. Alas,
good alliteration.
Good alliteration. Alas, I cannot part this place to... I'm gonna kill you. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin, you see. The scheduled shipment from the Nawawa mines for which I wait is late. Jesus Christ.
I fucking love this.
You need to be a storybook writer. What are you doing here? I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagiri at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance.
You speak like I do.
Amazing. Alright, come on, Goliath. Hello. If Sisadoa... his name is hard to say, too. If Sisadoa... Help me. Help me. Help me. Chat, help me. Chat, help me. Help me. Help me. Yeah, this guy missed his calling as a children's book author. Exactly, he did. If Sisadoa doesn't come calling soon, the spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Don't you even start with me. Oh my god. Oh, so you are to deliver this decadent delight. Why are you all alliterating? What is wrong with you? Is this a curse?
Oh, imagine if all Lalafell spoke this way.
I would... they wouldn't be alive.
I would play one then.
Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here is the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always deluged with demand. You know, the way to the coffer and coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northeast. Look for a place where locals laborers lounge. I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah, okay, it is beyond the bridge to the northeast. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. Oh my goodness.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm glad someone is. That's right. By the way, I honestly should commission the artist who did my reactive image. I want to get maybe some little noodles done for, like, you and Bracky if you guys end up joining the call.
I could have an eye patch.
See, this is the thing I love. Like, there are role players everywhere.
That is one of the nice things about this server. It is alive everywhere.
It is very lively, yeah. There is a... Is that a cat man? Nope, that is a dragon girl on a crocodile. Awesome, I love this bar. Sup, Roger? Drink for you, lassie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. I have a pumpkin for you. Please enjoy. What's that? Lee Sisadoa asked you to bring this here to me. Ha! So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hells, an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. The lads here scoffed down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. You're welcome. Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy pulling a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Alright, follow the money. There goes that crocodile, babe. I love Ul'dah. Got cactuses, giant tortoise, ants. Hello. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches or sellswords hired by I never say this word out loud. Amagina? Is that how you say that?
Amagina and Sons.
Yeah. We stone torches are sellswords hired by Amajima and Sons mineral concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work, and liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear— Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. A single piece—
No, Monty.
Oh,
your gear might not be up to snuff.
My level 90 raid gear might not be up to snuff. It might not be a good enough CR. I don't know. Man. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death, which is true in this game, and I'll not have it on my conscience that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you are ready, present yourself to me again. Hey, buddy. You ready for inspection? Yeah. Good, everything appears in order. Yet, know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is fickle mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I've had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. You can't fight crime if you ain't cute, chat, okay?
This is also the game telling you to keep your gear repaired, Monty.
It is, yes. Which I do all the time, and Bracky gets mad at me because sometimes it's not at a percentile that he likes. Bracky. Yeah, it's only at 99%, but that 1% could make all the difference. Let's get to it then,
do you need repairs?
I think I'm good right now. That is not repair worthy. Oh my god. And yes, glamour is the end game. Looking good is the end game. Ore wagons pass through the station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. Now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you'll find a narrow fissure where the goblins lie. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures and slay them. Guys, we're hunting stones.
hunting cablins.
Fucking run, Pharaoh. You run, you motherfucker. Hello, Theropod. This is Kukri Doomcleave. Listen, all that you've learned... Okay, chat, I hope you've been taking notes. I'm sure that right now you've all learned... Nah. Sammy Thighmaster isn't real. I'm sure all of you have learned... Oh no. Oh no. There's 2 cat girls here! Oh no! There's
That
2...
is why I ran the fuck away.
Oh shit. Well, too bad. I'm doing my quest. I'm just gonna turn around so they don't see me. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, ma'am. I'm very sorry. I'm just gonna kill it. Oh god, there's so many. I'm sorry, role players. I'm doing my quest. We're good, we're good. Okay, fucking cheese it!
They're gonna judge you for being a level 90 character doing this.
Hey, it's you. I don't know this game. What are those feline females doing in the cave? I think they're role-playing looking for rocks because there's text that suggests it, but that's why I have my text thing covered. They're looking for ore in a roleplay sense. They're actually not ERPing. They're actually like doing just normal roleplay.
There are better ways to get your rocks off.
Well done. It shan't be easy to work with. Shan't be easy work to keep the tunnels free of goblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the entrance of I want to call them Almalja and Sons, Amagina and Sons mineral concern, but of Ul'dah herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. Dude, there's like an entourage growing behind me. I'm getting scared. Alright, what do you got, Zuzumeta? Ooh, a rumor. Okay. Wants to share a rumor with me. Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there is a vast untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildin. Sildi, huh? Sildi? Interesting. But that's not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from stone's throw of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wystan, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium? Curry favor with the Sacrarium. Of course, the thaumaturges only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ul'dah. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is irreparably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished gil upon the thaumaturges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice it to say, if Wystan thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening, but that eventuality may yet be a little ways off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you're looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Wystan and volunteer for his expedition. Yeah, I didn't know the thaumaturges were in charge of, like... Dude, there's, like, an entourage. There's so many people! Goodness gracious. I didn't understand that the thaumaturges made laws. That's really interesting.
Religion dominates in Ul'dah, which is, well, one of the heads of the religion sits on the syndicate.
Hmm.
Remember the lady with the pointy hat?
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. We'll meet her later. But the lady with the pointy hat, yeah, that's her. Come to join? Ah, sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already. Oh no, not the brass blades. Uh-oh. You know, about the brass. Uh-oh. So brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I've time to spare, and so they've taken to following me around, even when I tell them not to. But, what with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Alright, children. I have a way I can convince the children to go home.
Do not throw rocks at them, Monty.
Oh, damn it. I ain't going nowhere, missus. I'm too hungry. Oh, God. Jesus. I ain't going nowhere, missus. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, you'll have to carry me. What if I give you this cookie? A cookie? Well, if Wystand really wants me to go home, then alright. But I want 2 next time. I'll give you 2. 2 wallops, child. What about you? I like playing with Wystand. He makes sure no one bullies us. Well, I'm about to bully you with this cookie! Wystand's worried about us? Oh, I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. What? Wystand's kind to us. I like him. I just want, like, an adult, and it's just like, I am a Rogadan child. Give me a cookie. Is this for me? I want to eat it, but then again, I don't, because then it'd be gone. Tell Wystand thanks and tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way. See, Wystand's a great guy. He gives children cookies. But Wystand always plays with it. Why won't he come out and play? Wow, a ginger cookie. I better say so to my brother. I know, I'll go home and eat it with him. I have banished the children.
I wonder how this quest would have been for Bracky being the exact same height as these children.
Yeah, there is no, like, Lullafell child model. And when it comes to Rogadans, they actually just use, like, the here child model. Alright, Wystand. Ah, thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor enough work to earn it. But no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better. Yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen, it's a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. We'll take it, adventurer. We'll reclaim our dignity and with our place within those walls. We found her! We found the vein! Wystand, you must come and see! Already? Amazing! We leave at once! You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. Yeah, I feel like this isn't gonna go very well. I just don't really trust the brass blades.
Monty, they keep the peace.
It's gentle, bro. Here he goes. Oh boy, yeah, there it is, there's Ul'dah. There's a, you know, Forgotten Kingdom. Not at all related to my character whatsoever. Uh-oh. The brass blades did something kind of shitty and evil. Who would have thunk it? Falls balls, son. A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined, bloody city? God's damn idiot. What do you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the Order while the masters of Ul'dah looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate? Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you. It seems, lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone. Oh, shit. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Who's that spouting gibberish? Show yourself! Oh my god. It always is a rock! It always goes back to rocks! This ain't part of the bloody hells. Does Lord Lodorito mean to kill us too? The rock! It's defying us, chat! It's okay, chat. I know what to do. The only thing that can beat rock is rock. Get stoned, idiot. Hell yeah.
Didn't give it time to do anything.
Hell no. I kicked its butt. That the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. Who said that? Oh. The rocks have voices. Hey, what's up, anime boy? Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. You barely helped last time! Fancred! You, like, just took damage. I kicked the guy's ass, and then I passed out. I see you didn't need my help this time. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Oh god. What is happening? I got a stress migraine. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ul'dah herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I've oft heard it says that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. I hear they attacked another caravan. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Almalja. What stirred them up, do you reckon? Another raid, and I'd wager that caravan was carrying crystals much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? Jesus Christ, Thancred!
Guess you're not the only one having a near rock experience.
At this rate, grain will be more precious than gold. The result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Oh, there's Dalamud. Shit. So, this is kind of how it appeared during 1.0, right?
This was as it was descending. It had not yet reached the clouds.
Gotcha. Yeah, this was ominous as fuck. Aye, this weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. And of course, to the primals. Fine mess. But we must not lose hope. Louis will know what to do next. We need only trust in his judgment. Truly a marvel of Charlian ingenuity, it's as if I could reach out and touch the Aether. For those of you who don't know, Aether is just like energy, or like a, mana, or, that sort of thing. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. This disturbance is recent. The Sultan tree? Maybe Papashan will know something of it. I want him to just run into a wall with that on. Just like, BANG! Just like runs into a brick wall. Damn it, I passed out again. Looks like they gave you quite the thrashing. Can you walk? Oh, it's your favorite sound, Arkolf.
Moment.
Oh
no.
Is that your text message sound effect, or is that your phone?
It used to be my general notification sound effect, and then I thankfully changed it.
Aww. They are sure glad I don't look stupid in this. Listen! They're cool Aether-looking glasses. They're for magic, okay? They're not meant to look cool, they're meant to look practical. It's me. It was too late. Our person of interest had already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I hear the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would have surely slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe. Nod. I shall accompany Wystan and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. Ah, but where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred. This is Thancred. A humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Thanalan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Ah, wait. Wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. May have what? Did we kiss? Do we know each other in a past life? What? What, man? What? Whoa! Jesus Christ! Holy shit, the cops showed up. They heard there was an incident and they all rolled up. Look at this squad, dude. Hello. That's very cute, everybody. Who are you people? How about we all take a moment just to rest? I'm gonna go grab some more tea. Y'all
I've also
have...
linked you multiple images that shows Dalamud's descent in progress with each patch.
Ooh, very cool. How are we doing, everybody? Alright, I'm gonna leave the camera right here. Okay, chat? And I will be right back. I'm just gonna grab some tea real fast. Entertain them, Markov. This is fun so far. I hope people are enjoying this, by the way.
I'm having fun.
I hope chat's having fun.
And, you know, I hope we can all agree that Monty's a cute nerd. I know, and you can't stop me while you're away. There is no such thing as too many questions like Dabuya.
Glad to see everyone agrees with me that Monty is in fact a cute nerd.
No, Monty and I are not married, but I have been divorced several times due to my behavior.
If I'm reboiling my tea, it'd be smart to have my cup of tea.
Uh-huh.
So how is everyone in chat doing right now?
You're farming yak milk.
Ah, that crafter life.
Alright, I am back. Dude, everyone's
Welcome
in
back.
squats, hell yeah.
They were all very well behaved while you were gone.
I'm very proud of you, chat. Chat, I'm so proud of you that I brought Pokemon cookie biscuits that I got for sale at my local grocery shop. They got
Bring enough to share with the class.
how many people are in chat right now?
91.
How many are in the package? I have
Hopefully
25.
35.
I have 25 grams. I'm sorry, I don't think I have enough for you, chat.
This monthly.
Hold on, I'll eat the Squirtle one. Oh, there's a Bulbasaur one. Who the fuck is DMing me? Oh, Evie is. Alright. Yes, Goliath is a special boy. Thank you. Alright, off we go. I hope people have been enjoying the game so far. It's a slow start, but it gets good as time goes on.
It's a slow burn, but it's building the foundation for everything that comes after.
Yeah.
Can't build a house without first digging a hole.
Hey, dead man walking. You almost died back there, but I saved you. You're welcome. 12's blessed you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards? Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Lilira owns the goddamn brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Ul'dah would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sake. That ruthless bastard. And what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ul'dah any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, gods damn it, if Lilira learns of your involvement, you'll be next. And I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what else to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Momodi. She's helped countless adventurers in their time. Mayhaps she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lilira's spies may be watching. Ooh, it's gusty. In the game.
Weather in game.
Yeah. It's a dust storm. Really? God damn it, Evie. Evie's fucking fishing. God damn it, Evie. Every time I see this motherfucker in this game, they're either raiding with us or are fishing.
At the very least, Monty, the weather's really well-mannered. It's not the root sandstorm.
Shut up, Arkulf. I don't need you right now. That woman is wearing no clothes. Dude, okay. That top, though, looks really good on Rogadin.
Mm-hmm. It's just sad that it applies that stupid tattoo.
Yeah.
It'd be much more usable if it did not.
Cutscene. Thank God. Monty, you're upset now, but when there comes for a time for a raid where fishing is involved, who's the first person you're gonna call? Damn it, you're right!
Ghostbusters?
Oh, settle down, Patience. You've nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Wistan, on the other hand, is now a pariah. About as welcome round here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice to say that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lilira, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Nalthal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Hells, even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Ul'dah, Patience. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them where they want, but most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damned fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, Patience, and for that you have my respect. Hell yeah, Mom likes me. Listen, you've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the Hourglass set you up with a room. My treat. Just have a word with Otopa fucking Lalafell names. Atopa Potopa. Whenever you feel like staying. Thank you, Mom. I have an in-room now. And when you've got your appetite for venturing back, consider taking on a guild leave or two. Oh god, guild leaves. We've got a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'd be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works, so go and speak with him if you're interested. Oh boy, guild leaves, everyone's favorite.
They're useful.
Yay!
Aw, look at you celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
So nice to see that.
I know. Hello, Mom. Look what the Coral dragged in. Good to see you, Patience. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. It so happens I know a fella by the name of Dadanen, who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy. And that's in western Thadaland, mind you. Just cross the bridge north of Scorpion Crossing and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be that he has some talk with the royal family that'll interest you as well. And why not make use of a chocobo porter? Oh, excuse me, I already have my chocobo. His name's Goliath, and I love him, and I will die for him. Why not make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon? If you've the gil, that is. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from the quicksand. Find Mimigun. That's... Dude, Mimigun? Amazing name. He'll set you straight. How dare he. Well, off you go then. I haven't got all day to be holding your bloody hand. My hand is bloody. It's bloody with the blood of rocks.
To be fair, Monty, the Chocobo Porters do have unique Chocobo riding music.
Do they?
They do. Their song is different from your own personal Chocobo. You just
Oh,
have to
I've
make certain
actually-
you have mount music enabled.
I have never... Oh, I had to turn on mount music?
Yep.
That's under K, right?
Under audio.
Under audio?
Control K.
It's system configuration.
Oh, it is. Okay. Play music when mounted. Okay. Is this the Chocobo Porter?
Mimigun.
Chocobo Porter.
So you've never used one of these?
I've never used one of these before. Oh my god, it's 5 gil! I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Let's do it. I've never done this before. Oh! Oh my god. Holy shit, this is a jam. Work, work. Hell yeah. God damn it, Fate music. Quit. I'm dancing. You can't see me. I'm actually like jamming out right now.
You can only hear this music with the porter.
Work. And all these people with much faster chocobos. Oh my god, that was amazing. Yeah, I've never taken a chocobo porter before.
Now you have.
Goodness gracious. Thank you, everybody. No, Semi-Thigh-Mast isn't real. I refuse to believe that. It's just a myth. A boogeyman story to scare children. Sorry, I'm just finishing up these Pokemon cookies. They're very good.
I'll just sit here being hungry.
Now you know what they say, Monty. They are what you eat. Which means you are a snack.
Oh my god, shut up. Silk Skyway, thank you for joining us for the stream. Welcome. Greetings and quests to you all. Patience, I presume. Hi, Momodi said to expect you, and so I have. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods from the port of Vesper Bay to the west, and trade we do. Nary a day goes by that Horizon isn't bustling with some manner of merchants and officials. They keep us running about busy, they do. Enough so that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own. And that's why I've asked Momodi to send me any souls looking for work. 12 know there is plenty of it to be done around here. Speak to me again, we are ready to make yourself of some use. Oh my god. Sammy Thighmaster's dying. She had a Pokeball. She has a... Oh god, Bracky! Bracky, no! Oh, beans.
Well, that's how you know it's not the real one. The real one never dies.
Oh my god. Also, do you guys want to see the cutest fucking thing ever? Look at he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Look at he's sleeping. Husband, you are in the way. Look at him, he's sleeping. It's so cute. Alrighty. It so happens that I have a position that must be resolved post-haste, and I do mean post-haste. I'm plumb out of premium product, and my latest order has yet to arrive. If I keep my customers waiting any longer, this could irrevocably damage my reputation. What's worse, I paid my man in advance for his services, despite his assurances that it would be a simple affair. I've heard nothing since he departed for Copperbell Mines days ago. Find Drunken Stag and give him this notice. I cannot afford for any further delay.
When a parent names their kid Drunken Stag.
Yeah, that's a Hellsguard Rogan naming convention. Who names their child Drunken Stag? Dude, look at everyone fucking ready to ride out. Holy shit, this is awesome. Alright, let's ride. Going to Copperbell Mines. Why can't chocobos be real? They are real. They're called ostriches and they're cursed.
And emus. Or emus.
Can't ride an emu, though. They would just die. Hello, person.
I mean, you could, but they'd probably kill you. They won a war against Australians.
They did, that is true. Those are not chocobos. My favorite road name is Adjective Noun. Amazing.
Mine is Lifeless Foot.
What do you want? Dadanen's product? Yeah, here's the ledger. He can send all the notices he likes, but it won't change a thing. The concern has closed the mines due to some incident in the depths. It's a goddamn shame, too. Lost a decent haul just over yonder during all the chaos. Oh, I can look into it for you. The product you heard Dadanen is going on about is valuable gemstone known as raw Nashashite. I managed to dig up a goodly amount just before the mines were closed off, actually. Packed it up and hauled it out, even. But then them 12 damn Coblins came along. Not like any Coblins I'd ever seen before. And hungry only for the good. It's always rocks! We always return to rock! This is the game. Final Fantasy XIV is about rocks. Not like any Coblins I'd seen before and hungry only for the good rocks. They had eyes for my gemstones, so I had no choice but to oblige. The stone torches had their hands full evacuating the mine, so they just ignored the beasts. Even now, they're only concerned with keeping people out. Please, friend, if you're willing to face the Coblins, would you bring me my Nashashite? You got it. Let's do this thing. Oh. Nice. Let's find this shit.
Back in 2.0, these glide bombs didn't exist. They're part of the Blue Mage content.
Well, die! Oh, I killed way too many things. Shit. I love the noises these things make. Where are you? There you are. Oh shit. Rock!
They're delightfully gritty sounds.
I love the sound. Yeah, it's like... weirdly pleasant to listen to. Die! Nice. We're gonna instantly kill everything in these side quests just because I'm level 90, so...
Yep.
Too powerful, Monty.
Yep. Dude, there's also, like... This person just has a bat and a crocodile. This shit's whack, dude.
Yeah, that's what they would do with the bat, Monty.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm back, Drunken Stag. I did find the raw Nashashite. Beautiful, isn't it? Rarer than many stones and more expensive than most. They say the green is the same as the eyes of Nanasha Ul'dah, who once ruled as a sultana. That would be the current sultan's mother, so the last in the throne. She had green eyes.
Yeah.
This should save Dadanen from his troubles, if there's enough left. There's far less here than what I found. I reckon those goblins made a meal of the stuff. Bloody waste. You'd like a chance to make money, right? Then I know how I can repay you for your kindness. Swarms of sun midges have been harassing travelers along the road, connecting Horizon to here. It's gotten so bad that the brass blades have started paying folks to keep the roads clear. You find it hard to believe that swarms of tiny midges... Is that how you say it? Am I saying that right?
You are.
Oh, okay. Could be so troublesome that you've never seen a chocobo driven into a frenzy by one. There's already been some terrible accidents. For your part, and slay a few swarms. After that, let Fufulupa know. Lolafil names. Fufulupa know. He'll reward you for the trouble and maybe even offer you more work. Time to fight some flies, baby.
A midge is a small two-winged fly that is often seen in swarms near water or marshy areas.
Oh.
They're the tinky, tiny little things people keep mistaken for mosquitoes.
Oh, I see, I see.
Oh, never mind. They also drink blood. Fuck them.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember Sammy's name. Sammy, is that her name?
So Sammy.
Who's attacking me? Oh, I'm good. Hell yeah. Alright. Gnats, yeah, gnats go for fruit. It was really cute. I actually was a camp counselor at, like, a band camp thing. And I had one of the kids who was, like, kind of, I was in charge of, like, I think, like, 12 kids. And one of them was a girl named Natalie. And at one point I walked into a swarm of gnats and was like, "Oh, gnats!" And she goes, "Yes, my minions. Kill." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I'm Natalie. Those are gnats." And I'm like, oh my god. Immediately respected that kid. Oh my god. Arkolf.
Hmm?
My line.
You're lying.
Do you want me to voice Fufulupa?
Please do.
Greetings and salutations, adventurer. To what do I owe this? What? Slain how many swarms of sun midges? You have my sincerest thanks. The brass blades have been struggling to keep them in check, so your assistance is greatly appreciated. Wow, he does talk like me.
Right?
Will you be staying in Horizon long? If so, there is much and more you can do to help there.
It's throwing me off how much he talks like me.
He does, yeah. Fufulupa is great. I like this character.
My name is Fufulupa. Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. Captain Milfric is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. And so I fear that the courier may have met with some misfortune en route. She must have made it to Central Thunlan, where the brass blades that patrol the roads between here and Scorpion Crossing would have seen something. But if she made it as far as Blackbrush Station, you would surely have delivered the letter by now. Lost Hope is practically on its doorstep. I suggest you focus your search on the road to Blackbrush Station in central Thunlan. With luck, you will find her quickly.
Okay.
Thus is the first of many deep-voiced Lalafels.
So we need to go this way.
I never realized how much his vernacular matches mine.
Dude, Wind Up Goff is on a mission.
Is that a Lalafel's name?
It was a Lalafell, yeah.
That's perfect. I bet they're wearing a specific attire, too.
I think I know exactly what outfit they're wearing, but I can't say it because it's spoilers.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm keeping quiet.
Oh, this area. Cecily, hello. Huh? A letter? Aye, I've got Fufalupa's missive right here. I won't be delivering it anytime soon, though. Got to tend to my bird's injured for leg first. Even the most minor of cuts can fester if ignored. Fufalupa sent you, right? If this is a pressing matter, why don't you take the letter the rest of the way? Lost Hope's just past Blackbrush Station to the northeast. Look for the tents by the river. Alright. Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme. Oh, this place. What's up, Leo Frick? Just passing through, we'll be staying a while. I got a letter. Here you go. Fufalufa sent you all this way because of a late letter? The boy is still far too earnest. Despite my demotion, he continues to call me captain. I suspect he has no idea what it means to be transferred to Lost Hope either. The Brass Blades don't give a Kirkin's ass about this settlement. No one in Ul'dah does. All here have been forsaken adventurer. The refugees, their protectors, and you will be too if you're seen associating with us. Thank you for the letter. Now, for your own good, leave. Damn, alright, dude. Probably like, oh, fuck, I gotta get up again. Ugh. I thought I told you to get out of here. What, looking for a chance to do some good? I guess I can't force you to leave. Damn stubborn adventurers, the lot of you. Fine then, listen well. A band of outlaws has taken up residence in the Quiverin Manse on the ridge to the south. Their leader has styled himself heir to Erlan Quiverin, the syndicate member who died in the calamity. The Baron and his cronies are not more than a pack of jackals. They prey on the people of Lost Hope, robbing them of what little they have. I myself cannot act without endangering the refugees, as they know my face and retaliate against Lost Hope. You, however, are not known to the bandits or their allies. If you wish to help us, then deal with the Baron. You got it, Captain. Also, if you're watching on stream and you're following me in game, I just ask that you just don't block NPCs and stuff in cutscenes. Just a personal
I'd say
preference.
if you are going to follow behind.
Yeah, just stick behind, just so that way.
Keep a respectful distance.
Oh, these guys, okay. Hello. Baron von Quiverin III Esquire. Goodbye. Ow.
Baron von Quiveron.
Oh shit, there's more than one! There's so many!
Didn't see them because they're so small.
I didn't. Nice. Whew. Alright, let's ride. For a second, I thought that...
attacks are you just leaving behind charred remains?
I thought for a second that Bracky said s'il vous plaît, and I was like, whoa! Bracky speaking French is weird, but it was theropod. I got scared for a second. So it's done? Good, I hope that wretch died screaming. Ul'dah is more prosperous than ever, some say. That may be true for the Syndicate, but none of that wealth has trickled down to the small folk. It's all a mummer's farce. One day, I refused to play my part, and so I was made to leave the stage. Aye, my time has passed. The brass blades of the rose must look to others for guidance. Nope, not my husband. As you may have noticed, I'm in no shape to leave Lost Hope for now, so in my stead, I'd like you to return to Horizon and give this dagger to Fufalupa. Although it's just an old ornamental dagger, it belongs with the brass blades of the rose. Aye, I should have given it to the boy before I came here. Alright, back we go. Let's ride. It's sad because you can kind of tell that the brass blades probably used to be an honorable, you know, an honorable lot. Before the corruption of Ul'dah kind of screwed them over in a way. Oh, alright. I'm off-roading, I'm eating candy. What is the thing Monty keeps referring to as her husband? What does it do? It's this guy right here. You see this little bit cup? That is my husband. He is also my little pet that follows me around in game. Oh my god. This candy is so fucking good. Holy shit. My friends, because they know I've been having a rough time of it, gave me a lot of candy. So I've had a lot of candy.
Wait, what did I come back to?
What?
I see in the chat, so Arkolf is your pet?
No! What the fuck? No, this is my husband. He's my pet too. Look at him. Okay, he just walked away from me, fine. He also is the master of the bit cup. Look at those bits going in there! Thank you so much, Albedo Alchemix. I love this bit cup so much. Like, oh my god, it's so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute. Monty can have 2 husbands as a treat. I have 2 hands!
I will hold both of them one day.
Oh my god. Sorry, this candy is really good. Need some greens. Yeah, I could put a little garnish on top there. Like a piece of parsley. But Arkolf, hand-holding is the devil's handshake.
I'm a ginger. I'm practically half devil.
Speaking of half devil, are you ready for some more voice acting?
Certainly. Ah, patience. I received word from Captain Leofric the other day.
How long did it take you to travel?
I took the scenic route.
Thank you for delivering the letter for me. Why do you have that dagger? Only a captain of the brass blade to the rose is permitted to possess it. Captain Leofric says I'm to have it? There must be some mistake. He couldn't possibly mean to tell me that... No, of course not. I'm not worthy to wield it. Nevertheless, I shall respect the captain's wishes and take the dagger into safekeeping until he comes to reclaim it. brass blades of the Rose have need of your assistance once more, patience. Thaumaturges from the ossuary are presently surveying the footfalls for ancient relics. As the area is rife with wild beasts, the Horizon Garrison has been charged with their security. But Captain Baldwin sent only a handful of brass blades. Despite his assurances to the contrary, such a small unit cannot possibly be sufficient to protect our patrons. I would have you offer your assistance to my comrades. Pray, travel to the footfalls and speak with Totoruna.
Alright. We are going to do that. I think, though, we might actually have... Oh, I already did it. Damn. There was a quest here. I've been keeping the quests with pictures on them up, but there is a quest here about that fallen ruin over there.
Ah.
Alright. Totoruna. Alright, Totoruna. A bleeding venture come to help. Ain't heard nothing from Captain Baldwin about this. He said trusted men only. Any road, we got this under control. And besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with Fufalupa. Always got to stick up his arse the size of a sabot tender. It's no wonder the captain told him to stay at Horizon. What about you, Nunu Zofu? Hey, Venture, mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the thaumaturges, see? And he wants them treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, eh? Head west and south to the village and tell Rafa that he's to deliver a bounty of fresh fish to Horizon for the feast. You got it. Fish, you say? If only we had a level 1 Eevee who could just give us all the fish forever.
Maybe they're fishing over there.
Swear to God, if I show up and Eevee's fishing off the docks, I'm gonna lose my shit. How's it going, Rafe? Fresh fish for Captain Baldwin? Of course, of course! We'll do our best, madam. Unfortunately, we've had a poor catch in recent days on account of the rough seas. More boats should be returning soon, but I cannot promise that their catch will please. But don't worry, milady. The captain will have his fish. I swear it. Oh my god, it's Merida! If you could change your fate, would ya? Sorry. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Oh shit, cutscene, let's go. You are an adventurer, are you not? I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Last night, a gang of bandits from the Quiver Mounts were in their cups, and I overheard them discussing their plans. It seems they've come to collect gemstones stolen from Copperbell mines. Nanashite, I think I heard one say. They are to meet with their co-conspirators soon at the footfalls. What did you say? Fufalupa! Well, this is you.
Illicit exchanges and shadowy dealings. The brass blades cannot abide such malfeasance. Forgive my eavesdropping, Patience. I came to Crescent Cove merely to thank you in person. I never imagined I'd uncover a criminal conspiracy right outside Horizon's gates. We must act quickly if we are to apprehend these thieves. I will notify Captain Baldwin at once.
No, wait, you mustn't!
Away!
No, wait, you mustn't, oh gods! You must stop him before it's too late. Captain Baldwin himself is working with the bandits. Nod. Yeah, the Chad Stone torches versus the virgin brass blades.
Which, apologies for the slight delay on reading the lines.
I know you're reading it through the stream. I'm very sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh boy. Captain Baldwin. Here we go. This is you.
Captain Baldwin, sir! I've discovered something shocking! Something horrible! Someone has been stealing gemstones from Copperbell mines and... Wait, those gauntlets, those boots. Why, you're one of Quiveron's men! Sir, that man is a thief and a scoundrel!
And what of it? His coin's good, and that's what counts.
What? Captain Baldwin, you working with these men? Cannot be.
I told you to stay in Horizon, Foofaloopa. It didn't have to be like this. They'd get their nanashite, I'd get my gill, and none would be the wiser.
But sir, what if your crimes are uncovered? What if Lord Lilirito finds out?
You're a goddamn fool, don't you see? I am acting under the authority of Lord Lilirito himself.
No. No! That can't be true!
Why do you think people join the Brass Blades, Foofaloopa? To serve and protect? Ha! We're not the bloody flames here. We do this for the coin. You there, adventurer. Do you remember me? Well, I remember you. I am Sir Baron von Quiveron, 4th Esquire. You killed my brother, and now I am going to return the favor. Well, that settles it. It's clearly in everyone's best interest that both of you die. Alright, rocks! Don't fail me now!
Why, Captain? Why? I trusted you!
It's time to die. It's time for you to do your duty, Foofaloopa. Time to die for your country. You're stronger than I thought. Damn you both, you're ruining everything!
Aw, Lupa healed you.
Aw, what a nice guy. It was back when Paladin could heal, right?
Yep.
Like early on.
Where are his spear patients?
I did it. I did it for you, Foofaloopa. You're such a good boy. That's enough, Baldwin. Your partner's dead and your plans are undone. You've no reason left to fight. Stay out of this, Leafrick. I don't take orders from you. I may have spared your life before, but if you interfere, I will not show you mercy. And what mercy will he show you, I wonder? You who have done so much in another man's name. What are you blathering on about? Every fisherman in Crescent Cove knew about your meeting, you arrogant fool. Quiveron's men couldn't keep their mouths shut. Imagine Lord Lilirito's surprise when he learned that a rank-and-file brass blade was using his name to advance a personal agenda. Ooh, fuck. He knows. 7 hells, but I'm a captain. He wouldn't. I was once a captain too, remember? And we both know what happened to me. Well fought, boy. You've done the brass blades of the Rose proud.
Captain Leofric. Captain Baldwin, he said that Lord Lilirito...
Lord Lilirito wouldn't waste his time on a small-scale smuggling operation. This is all Baldwin's doing. What else did he say? That all our brethren are no better, and that each and every one cares for naught but coin? Heh, mere excuses to justify his schemes. Aye, we've no shortage of greedy sods. Some who'd probably sell their own mothers into slavery if the price was right. But there are men like you, Foofaloopa. Men good and true, whom the small folk respect. Which is why I gave you the dagger. The brass blades of the Rose need a leader with honor, and you're the most honorable man I know.
I'm better now. Thank you for all your help, patience. The captain and I will escort Captain Baldwin back to Horizon. Pray visit me in town when next you return.
This is such a good boy. You see this? This is a good boy right here.
This is one of the main counters to people saying all Lalafels are evil. Foofaloopa is not evil. You just didn't start in Ul'dah.
He is so sweet. Hi, babe.
Welcome back, patients. So much has happened. Captain, Baldwin has been arrested and stripped of rank, which means the Brass Blades of the Rose no longer have a captain. Until a new one is designated, I've been ordered to serve as acting captain of the Horizon Garrison. Though doubtless this is only a temporary arrangement, I will do my utmost to represent my brethren and protect the people of Horizon. Thank you, Patience, for your service to the Sultanate. You are a true hero.
The love of my life. Oh, shush, 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 shush!
I salute you, honored friend. As acting captain, I should be much obliged if you would grant me a personal request. In our efforts to ascertain the full extent of the former captain's corruption, we've been poring over his personal correspondence. Our search unearthed this sealed letter addressed to a man named Owen. But he's one of the Sultan's sworn elite. I can think of no reason why he should have any dealings with Baldwin. We now know that the former captain was consorting with a coalition of criminals. Could it be that Owen was too? This letter may well serve as evidence of their collusion, so I dare not tamper with him myself. Given the events of recent days, I knew not whom to trust with this information. Until now. I have chosen you, Patience. Pray bear this letter to Mistress Momodi of the Quicksand, and relate the circumstance of its discovery. Not only is she a staunch supporter of the Sultana, but she is well acquainted with the Sultan's Sworn. She will know how best to proceed.
Alright. Going back to Mom. Back to Mom we go. This person's playing triple triad. Doinga,
This evidence cannot be trusted in the hands of a guard. It can be entrusted to this
Bartender!
Hell yeah. Listen. Momodi don't give a fuck. Triple triad stream when? No, I don't want the world to see the truth of who I am. What the Doingas do to me. Chat, you don't even want to see my triple triad card collection. Thank you! Yeah, the artist did a great job. They're, Miss Tweetum's his friend. They did a really good job.
You had Pokemon crackers earlier.
I did. Well, cookies.
Now I have potato chips.
Oh, I have potato chips too. Damn.
Chip buddies.
What kind?
I got salt and vinegar, and I got just like regular salt. They're like a really nice, like kettle grade. By the way, if the screen is lagging, it's because there's so many people here, and I'm very sorry. People got their whole booty ass out, so you know.
Mine are habanero chips.
Ooh, nice.
Nice and
Patience.
spicy.
It's been too long. Dadanan tells me you've been keeping busy at Horizon. I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything you've done for the people of Ul'dah. Even though you've been seen the seedier side of our city, you've continued to help your fellow man. Believe me, the folk around here love you for it. What is it? You look like you've got something to say. Here you go.
Just nod.
So that's what this is all about. Fufalupa thinking Owen might be in league with Balduin, and that this letter could be proof of something shady. Well, he needn't worry. Owen's as loyal as a Sultan Sword have I known. I haven't the foggiest idea what this says, but... Wait a minute. Wasn't Owen the one who... Oh, hells. I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Patience. I think I know what this is all about, but I need you to swear to keep it quiet. If you'd rather wash your hands of this business, I won't hold it against you. But if you're determined to see it through to the bitter end, say the word and I'll explain. Hell yeah, let me get involved with some fucking crimes! Let's do it! Can I count on your discretion, Patience? If so, listen closely. Alright, here we go. Be the hero, do crimes. The outside world believes Ul'dah to be a sultanate ruled by Sultana Nanama Namo. Truth is, though, it's the 6 wealthiest citizens that hold the most sway, the Syndicate. Be that as it may, the Sultana's still got the support of the people. But she might struggle to keep even that if a certain incident becomes public knowledge. It pains me to say, but Her Grace's crown, the symbol of the royal dynasty, has been stolen, and Owen's the Sultan Sworn who was charged with guarding it that night. I'd bet anything this letter was written by the bastards who made off with the crown. It can't be a coincidence that a man that we know to have been fraternizing with thieves had a letter for Owen, of all people, Atlas of all times. They're blackmailing him. You need to take this to the man himself, Patience. Tell him Amodi sent you and that it concerns a lost heirloom. Hell yeah. If it looks as though the fellows need help, I want you to lend it to him. The future of our fair city may depend on it. You got it, Mom. Alright, let's go. God, so many people with their butts out. God damn. Technically, we're preventing the crime, but we're doing it by also kind of being,
You're reverse blackmailing the guy.
I'm reverse blackmailing, yeah, in a way.
Like, we know the shit that's going on. You're gonna let us help, or else.
Oh. Keeping up, little buddy? There he is. The heart of the sworn lies beyond. State your business. Pardon? Did you say a lost heirloom? Proceed. Let me in! Let me in! Oh shit. Oh dude, the squad! I have a squad. They line up on chocobos and sometimes motorcycles. It's very cool. Just as cool as this, I promise you. What's up, Owen? On that adventures. What business brings you here today? A letter. Very well. Let us see it. Have you read this, adventurer? Nope. I see, but you have some inkling to the contents, I think. Mistress Momodi has doubtless explained to you the significance of the crown, and what it could and what its loss could mean for Her Grace, the Sultana. This theft shames the Sultan Sworn, and me most of all. The blame is mine, you see. I grew lax in my duties, and in a moment of carelessness. No, it will not do good to recount the tale now. Since the hour of the theft, we searched frantically for any signs, any whispers as to the whereabouts of the crown, and we have found nothing. The identity of the thieves and their motives seems fated to remain a mystery, until you arrived, bearing this ransom note. In it, the criminals state the price for the return of Her Grace's crown. And, though it pains me to say it, I fear I have no choice but to acquiesce to their demands. Too much is at stake to do otherwise. The crown symbolizes Her Grace's birthright, and identifies her as the custodian of the Ul legacy. It must be recovered. I will travel to the unholy hair and pay their ransom. Though I'm not foolish enough to meet these men alone as they stipulate, I dare not bring a host of my comrades, lest the thieves take flight. Friend, would you consent to be present for the exchange? Mistress Momodi has always spoken of you in the most glowing terms, and I have never yet had reason to question her judgment. On behalf of all those still loyal to the Sultana, I beseech you, help us in our hour of need. Alright, let's do it. Let's rendezvous. Read? I don't know how to do that. Well, what you do is, on paper, there are things written, okay? It sounds absolutely insane, but stick with me here. And then those things, if you decipher them with your brain, mean things. Read in this economy? Damn, same. Also, I have a chat cover, but the first message I saw loading in is, I don't know, my wife is pretty swag. Alright, let's ride. Beautiful day out here in Thanalan. It's cold out here in this desert that has sweltering heat.
Just mean at night, yeah.
Alright, let's ride. Oh my god, is Shahalem in chat? Is Shahalem, are you in chat? We've entered real frog hours. Look at the size of these lads.
Those are called toads, Monty.
Listen. It's an amphibian.
Toads and frogs are different. Toads are the dry ones.
They are. Rumbed chonkers is what Shahalem says. Alright, let's do it. I'm sure negotiations are gonna go great. Give us back the crown or I'll kick your ass. I have rocks and I'm not afraid to use them. Oh my god, one of them's shirtless. We're doomed. Look at this. Look at this guy. Like these,
Get ready for a fight.
I know these two were like, okay, Gary, wear a shirt, please. Like, no, I'm not wearing a shirt at the negotiations.
How else am I supposed to show off my choker?
Yeah, his necklace. I've come as agreed. Now show me the crown. You'll have your precious crown once we've been duly compensated. You think me a fool? What assurance have I that you will honor your part of the agreement? No, Owen. You're the least trustworthy man here. Not only was the crown stolen on your watch, but it looks to me you violated the terms of our exchange. Did we not say to come alone? And given that you are not alone, what guarantee have we that there isn't a company of archers surrounding us even as we speak, ready to feather me and my men the moment they catch a glimpse of the crown? You've made a mock of our trust. The deal is off. Wait, here's your payment, as promised. Is the real thing? 1,000 thanks to you, boy. You succeeded where scores of thieves have failed. And now at long last we have it. The power to create an army of undying soldiers. The traitors spurn. I don't remember this being mentioned earlier on. Holy shit, also obligatory. For me.
The Bane of Ul'dah. Its end.
No, it can't be. What have I done? Surely you must have wondered what it was you were handing over. What it was that seemed as valuable to us as the crown seemed to you. Oh, did you assume we were feeling charitable? Ah, but you must feel terrible, knowing that you've brought upon the doom of Ul'dah. It must make you feel terrible, knowing that you've brought us the doom of Ul'dah. Or not, boy. We'll grant you a quick death and spare you further ignominy. Oh, that's a lot of shirtless guys.
What do we do if they start sweating, Monty?
Oh god, we're doomed. There's too many patients. Run! Run while you still can. I will do my duty. It's your duty to serve the Sultana, lad, and you'll be doing it for a good while yet. It's Papashan! Sultan Swan! Put these thieves to the sword and secure the crown! Hell yeah, Torn It from the Heavens starts playing. Sultan Swan? No matter. Kill them all! This is a banger track. I gotta kill the shirtless dudes.
One from the Heavens is seen by the developers as the theme song for their struggle.
Yeah, it's such a good song.
But we keep reusing it. For them, it's the heart of the whole thing.
We got my bro in here and he's getting a little hurt. But look at Papashan, what a beast, dude.
Yeah, look at him using Flash, that skill that doesn't exist anymore.
Right? Oh, they have Ow.
I miss when paladins were off healers. Just back when I used off tank as paladin, I would cast Stone Skin on the main tank before every tank buster. The healers fucking love it.
Surely these highly trained professionals are no match for my shirtless men. Oh shit! Damn it, a shirtless guy!
Not one, but two shirtless men!
Is the Vodoriga technically shirtless?
I don't want to think about that.
Hey, it's a void sim.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them the power of rock! Rock trumps all. Master Papashan, but why? How? The General saw you sneak into the vaults, Owen. He suspected something was afoot and ordered us to keep an eye on you. Flame General? He ordered you to look after me? Master Papashan, more to the north! After them, Sultan Sworn, they have the crown! This lot sought only to delay us. Let us speak again back in the city. Well, well, well. If it isn't a cosplayer. The source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, said unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Uh-oh. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Joke's on you, I got fucking rocks! Lesser gargoyle.
It is a little on the small side.
Whence springs his preternatural might? Writhe as the venom eats its way through your veins. Oh, Thancred! Oh my god, this is Thancred. Well, you certainly have a knack for getting in trouble. An unwelcome guest, no matter, all will fall before me. Thank God I have rocks, you guys. Holy shit. Could you imagine if I went through this without rocks?
You'd be stuck between a rock and a hard place then.
Really would be.
Now
Hell
you are
yeah.
the rock.
Dwayne the Rock Roxon. The wisdom of the Paragon should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons? This is indeed a disturbing revelation. We had long suspected the involvement of the Bringers of Chaos, Ascians, who gave them their true name. But we could not be sure they were responsible for the recent disturbances until now, as if the Sultanate needed any more enemies. Have we Sharlians crossed paths with Ascians before? Well, we've certainly... Wait, I don't recall telling you about my homeland. Ah, yes, that's right. You're one of the gifted. You know, this marks the third time I found you in the midst of trouble. If I didn't know you any better, I'd say you're a lodestone for it. Anyway, I'm glad I started following you around. Who knows what grand conspiracy you'll stumble into next. I took down a smuggling operation, hee hee. I jest. Had I truly been watching your every move, I wouldn't have taken so long to intervene in your latest altercation. But all's well that ends well, huh? Our masked friend is no more, and while I very much doubt we've seen the last of his kind, his demise will likely grant us at least some respite. And on that note, I must away. Until next time, patience. Goodbye, anime boy. Another rock.
That one's grape flavored.
Grape flavored rock. Goodbye. Evil rock, be gone. Alright. Back we go. Monkey. Man, that person has the whole zoo. Alright, let's head out. Forbidden Jolly Rancher. Yeah. Yo, I made buffalo sauce and made a chicken tortilla wrap with it, and it slapped. Dude, I have a lemon herb chicken breast in my fridge right now. I want to make dinner with. Man, this quest felt shorter than the Limsa one.
As someone who's played all opening quest routes, I can confirm this one is significantly shorter than Limsa. Redania is shorter than this one.
Oh, wow.
Redania is also the one with the least lasting impact. Like, you were just introduced to the Trader's Spurn in this one.
Mm-hmm. That's a big thing.
The Limsa one sets up everything with the Serpent Reavers, which goes for a while.
And then this Ul'dah sets up, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why when they did the official recap, they had the person starting out in Ul'dah for the cutscenes.
Came in here hearing about chicken and saw Monty was riding their chocobo. Listen, Kentucky Fried Chocobo is an untapped market that I think would do really, really well. See, this is what I mean about our peers. Like, these guys are just hanging out here, and that's so fucking cool. There's
There's
just
people having a discussion up in the airship
Ooh, I'm
landing
lagging.
at the bar.
My OBS is lagging really badly.
Yeah, the stream's lagging. I think your connection's dying.
Uh-oh. Hold on, let me check. I think it might just be OBS. No, it is the game. Because if I click back on OBS, it's fine. It seems, anyway. Uh-oh.
You're fine in Discord.
Why are we lagging, funny game?
There might be an interruption along the backbone.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, there you go, it's fixed now. What the okay, weird. Super weird. Sorry, chat.
There are even role players up in the airship landing at the bar you can get up there.
Too many rocks. I'm sorry! I have such a mighty need. Look, even my little guy has rocks. And even his cup has rocks. I demand rocks! Sorry. It was very impassioned. Hello. Everyone's waiting for you, adventurer. How you doing, Owen? You have my thanks, Patience, for helping to defend her Grace's good name and for sparing the Sultan Sworn further dishonor. I believe Master Papashan would like to thank you personally. Does it surprise you to see me dressed so, Patience? I was once a Sultan Sworn, you know, though it's been 15 years since I put down my sword and took up the role of Station Master. It's a capacity in which I am no less proud to serve, lest you doubt. Whether her Grace ventures outside the gates, I have the honor of protecting her in person. Never before have I seen her so despondent as when news of the crown's theft reached her ears. But thanks to your valiant— everyone nod. That's right, you nod at me. But thanks to your valiant efforts, she has returned to her former vibrant self. You have the gratitude of every Sultan Sworn, Patience. Hell yeah.
Exalted vessel of Ul'dah, guardian of Thanalan, 17th ascendant to the throne of Ul'dah, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'namo presides.
Long live Nanamo! Glory to the Sultan!
Oh my god, I just realized.
Forever may she reign!
We're gonna get old Rob.
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions, one whose tireless service to the crown merited the highest honor we might bestow.
I just realized we're gonna have to deal with old Raubon voice.
Yep. You're gonna have to deal with the singer of the Shadowbringers theme song.
He is a good singer. Like, that's the thing. He's a great singer. I'm not a fan of his Raubon performance, and the newer voice.
He's actually a good voice actor too, when he has good direction.
Yeah.
I've heard him in other games. He's good.
Oh boy. Alright. Nod.
Never did it occur to me that it might be you. Bring it forth!
Thank you. For... what am I looking at?
Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, Sultana of Ul'dah, confer upon you this gift. Raubon,
Your Grace.
see to it that our champion is my personal guest at the banquet.
Ooh! I love banquets.
As you command, Your Grace.
Tall man. Tall man. Tall.
If what they say is true, Ul'dah owes you a great debt. I am Raubon al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate. Brave souls are few and far between in these times. I count my blessings when I find one.
Everyone in chat's like, big buff, big buff.
I trust I will see you there.
An honor.
Indeed.
Come, hero.
Until
Come, hero. Until then, yeah, until then, sir. Until we meet again.
For the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Cool. Alright, the 12 patience. For an adventurer to receive a personal invitation from Her Grace is unprecedented. Seats at these banquets are only offered to the most distinguished individuals. You'll be dining with some of the most influential people in Ul'dah. There are, of course, certain protocols that must be observed, but I am no authority on them. Fear not, however. Mistress Momodi has long been responsible for familiarizing foreign guests with our customs. Pray return to the quicksand and speak with her. She will tell you all that you need to know. Alright. Mom, I got invited to a party. Dude, this guy's he's going for it. Look at this master of cards. You do it, dude. Fuck, mess him up, dude.
So rare to see Ellison.
Right? Dude, when Bunny Boys got, like, released, I'm like, that is the death of most of the male Ellison population.
It's the death of a lot of the Catboy population, too.
Yeah, that too.
When Rothgar were released, it was the death of a lot of the Rugadin population.
Huh. Welcome back, Patience, and congratulations on your invite to the big soiree. To be honest, I never imagined I'd be explaining these procedures to you. It's usually only foreign dignitaries who get to hear me prattle on and on about royal traditions. Any road, I know you're a busy woman, so I'll keep it short and sweet. In accordance with ancient custom, all guests of this banquet are required to wear a pair of ceremonial earrings made specially for the occasion. They're meant to symbolize... Actually, forget about that. This was meant to be a short version. Being of a design unique to the occasion, the earring serves as a security measure. The Sultan Sworns will let you near the hall without them. Your set should be ready and waiting for you at the Goldsmiths Guild. Mistress Serendipity is expecting you. You want to head down there now. Once you got them, bring them back here and we'll continue. Get me out of here. That's what we call a drive-by. Let's see. Oh, I need to get this. I need to go up the stairs. Man, navigating,
go up the stairs.
navigating these halls as like a new player is like a nightmare.
It's a labyrinth.
It is.
You need to go upstairs, but you're going downstairs.
Am I going downstairs?
Monty, you're moving down
Oh my
height-wise.
god.
Why would you think that'd be up?
I was looking at the map. Leave me alone. Shut up.
I can understand confusing left and right sometimes, but up and down?
Shut up.
Oh, I love you.
No. I'm not dumb. Why does this one go down?
Because that leads up from the Weavers Guild.
Where the fuck is the gold?
Well, Goldsmith Guild's technically nearby there too. It leads to a middle point.
Fuck it, I'm taking an etherite. This is bullshit. Someone just
What are you
fell off
trying
the
to-
roof.
Well, Goldsmith Guild, if you jump down, you'll get to it.
Oh my god. Nice. This is what we call percussive navigation. Oh man. Hello, Goldsmith Guild. Greetings. Is there something I can help you with? Ah, Patience. Your earrings are right here. I crafted them myself, I'll have you know. I think you'll be very pleased. In case Mr. Smamodi didn't warn you, the box is locked, and I am not permitted to give you the key. It is a final safeguard, you see. Only designated individuals are authorized to distribute the earrings to guests. In this instance, the person in question is none other than Mr. Mamodi. So you will need to ask her to open the box on your behalf. Pardon the inconvenience, but the Sultan Sworn takes her grace's safety very seriously. Nart Hodo. This is another quality of life, like... Motherfucker. This is another nice quality of life I was gonna say, is that the Aetherites actually show you, like, where you are.
Yeah, they have a map. Fun fact, the original implementation, things were not clearly labeled like Gladiators Guild, Goldsmiths Guild. Instead, they were labeled with the location name of where those guilds are located. Like, say, Limsa Lominsa, you wouldn't have the Marauders Guild, you would have the Coral Tower.
Picked up your earrings yet, Patience? I did, I got my box. Let me... Well, now it looks like the Guildmaster outdid herself with this pair. You best take good care of the earrings. If they fell into the wrong hands, gods know what might happen. Now then, I hope you're feeling sociable, Patience, because you're about to hobnob with Ul'dah's elite. Let me know when you're ready to head off to the banquet. Alright.
Oh, it was more immersive. It's just a lot of players couldn't find their way around because they didn't pay attention.
Yeah, you get fucking lost. Now here's the question. Do we want to stop here, or do we want to... Where would be a good place to finish?
Best finishing spot would be when you leave the city.
Probably.
That's a while away.
That is a while away, and it's 10:30 already.
If you'd like to stop now, this is a good point because we're about to get into a story-heavy, long cutscene.
I think I might do that. I feel like this is a healthy place to stop. Plus, my voice is kind of thrashed.
Yeah, reading all these quests will do that to you.
Yep. Oh man, I feel like after the banquet would be good. I think we'll do it before. We'll go to the banquet next time. That'll be our cap point there, and then yeah.
Next time on Monty Ball Z.
Good session, everybody. This was a lot of fun.
Be
and
Monty Roxy.
I hope y'all all enjoyed. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube, so if you're interested in checking it out, I'm gonna be uploading it to YouTube. So yeah. Alright, I think it is time. Uh-oh. I guess it's time to log off right here.
You do need to suspend your New Game Plus, though.
I do. Let's do that first. New Game Plus. Suspend.
Yep.
And with that, that is where we're going to end the game. Alrighty. And with that, who do we want to raid?
That is a good question.
That is a
Who is
very
on?
good question. I know Connor's gonna be finishing up soon, unfortunately.
There is a rabbit online.
There is. We raided him last night, though. I think I'm gonna raid Octo, because we haven't raided him in a while.
Yeah.
Raid Octopip. Alright, chat. Our raid message will be rock. That will be our raid message today, is going to be rock. I won't let it go until I see. Yeah, there it is. Alright, rock. Get out of here, everybody. Go rock. Rock. Rock.